Good morning, everyone. This class is about simple harmonic motion. We earlier have discussed about the functions which represents the periodic motions which is of simple harmonic kind. So, a simple harmonic motion, or we can say a periodic motion which repeats after itself a regular period of time, its displacement or any particle having the this repeated periodic motion, it is represented either by this equation or it is represented by this equation. So what will be the displacement? It will be y. It will depend upon the time at which we are measuring the displacement or calculating the displacement. So either it is represented as r sine omega t, which is the projection of the uniform circular particle of uniform circular motion on the y-axis, and this is along the x-axis. And if there is some initial phase which is phi, then this displacement takes the form this r sine omega t plus phi, where phi is the initial phase. Or again, it is the other formula for the displacement of that repeating periodic motion. It is r cos omega t plus phi for the initial phase phi. Then from this displacement, we have calculated the velocity of the particle having simple harmonic motion, or we can say periodic motion, oscillatory motion, which is dy upon dt, and we calculated it to be just like this, and then we transformed into this equation. So we converted into the same sine function as the displacement, and we also modified this velocity into this form, where velocity is equal to omega into under root of r square minus y square, where r is the amplitude of the displacement, right? Then we have found the acceleration, which is the derivative of velocity with respect to time, or it is the double derivative of displacement with time. So on calculation, we come to this formula of acceleration. From here, it appears that acceleration, it is directly proportional to the displacement and is directed opposite to the displacement, opposite to the direction in which displacement is acting. So therefore, acceleration, it is always directly proportional to the displacement and it is opposite to the displacement. So from here, it is clear that a simple harmonic motion is the one in which acceleration, it is always directly proportional to the displacement happening and directed opposite to it. So this is how we check whether the motion, periodic motion, it is a simple harmonic one or not. So from the very same equation, this equation between acceleration and the displacement of the particle at any point of time, we can calculate the time period of that particle having the simple harmonic motion, simple harmonic periodic motion. So in order to do that, let us take this same equation. Acceleration of the particle at a time, it is equal to minus omega square y, but here we are taking just its magnitude, where minus sign simply represents its direction. Here we already know that omega, it is given by 2 pi nu, where nu is nothing but the frequency of the oscillation. So therefore, acceleration becomes equal to 2 pi nu into, it is because omega square, so therefore we have a square of it into y. So and this nu, which is equal to, because nu, this is nu, the frequency, it is the reciprocal of the time, so therefore it is 2 pi upon t. So in place of nu, we substitute its value in terms of the time period which we are willing to find out here. So it is 2 pi upon t, and it is being squared on into y. From here we find time t. So therefore we take this term which is multiplying this term y on the other side. So therefore 2 pi upon time period t square, this is equal to a upon y. So from here, whenever we make some calculation, we come to the conclusion that time period, it is given by 2 pi into y upon a under root. So for any simple harmonic oscillator, the time period is given by this formula. Now we can work out two examples of simple harmonic oscillators, means the particles or objects having the periodic motion of simple harmonic kind. The very first thing we will take, it is about the spring which is attached with some rigid support. So this is the spring. So whenever this spring is stressed in one direction, for example by applying some external force Fext, so this is the external force, or let me simply write it Fe, with which this spring is getting stressed. So therefore the spring gets stressed to new length. Initially it was at position x is equal to 0, called as the mean position, for example. So now the spring is stressed to some new displacement x by this force Fe. So this force Fe, it is causing the displacement. Whenever this external force is removed, Fe is removed, then the spring try to come back to its initial position with the help of the force called as restoring force.